Hey guys, welcome to DreamCoin. It's Tyler again, and today I'm going to be talking to you about a nice, very long hold stock that I'm looking for to potentially start rising up again this year. They've previously been about 3 times higher in price than they are now, and with their recent dealings, they're looking to make a nice run in the long-term future for investors. So just to get it right into it, on Thursday, Castor Maritime, or CTRM, you've probably seen them for their stock ticker, went out and acquired a new dry bulk carrier with about $14.8 million. And this obviously caused the stock to rise up because a lot of people were like, oh, well, this is going to be nice for long-term holds and everything like that. But why this is significant more so is that this is their third type of this specific type of ship, and their new acquisitions are putting them at a total of 12 vessels, which is doubling their size since the beginning of 2021. So their output, once they get going on their dry bulk shipping and everything like that, is going to essentially be doubled because of what they're able to do with obviously more vessels and more things that they can carry, which is huge for not only investors but obviously the company in general going forward. And I expect them to potentially be acquiring more stuff in the future as well, considering they have a history of using money that they obtain from stock offerings to basically just reinvest in the company, which is good to see as an investor. Now, for anybody that is unfamiliar with Castor Maritime, they're basically only just like a global shipping company. But with that being said, they are a solid long-term option for investors, just because even with economic downturn or something along the lines of like a pandemic or something, there's still going to be a need for shipping of all sorts, and these being huge ship assets that they have obtained is going to allow them to be able to kind of weather those storms a little bit better, because they'll be able to more efficiently be able to distribute their products throughout their time of doing business globally. Now, the only thing to keep in mind when you're investing in them is that they do have a history of doing different amounts of share offerings, which have historically dropped the price. So right now, even at this price point of being 1.2 and it being relatively low, I would be weary of dropping your entire wallet into them now. If you're interested in potentially investing long term, I would be looking to do a small position first and trying to average down as things come along. And then obviously if they start doing an uptrend, then you can kind of gauge how you want to do your risk management with that. But for myself, because I'm very interested in investing in them personally, I'm going to be looking to do a small position at first and then averaging down with whatever inevitable dip they may have, whether that be healthy pullback or something along the lines of a share offering in the future. And another big thing to keep in mind with CTRM is they have become kind of the new target for Wall Street bets and Reddit investors. And what makes this different for them, unlike AMC or GME, they weren't crippled with any financial dealings or debt or anything of that nature that would keep them from being able to grow as a company. And it's a company that's actively trying to expand, unlike how AMC and GameStop were kind of stuck for a while, and GameStop's been like on a huge downward trend with the virtualization of gaming and things like that. So this is a very big volume stock coming in, especially with all of social media catching on. And even the CTRM Reddit dedicated to the stock has about 10,000 followers on it. So it's got a huge interest all across the board on social media. Now, coming over here to look at the chart for CTRM, as you can see, a very consistent factor in this is that it's been barcoding a ton, which is usually a good sign that a lot of institutions are in it. They're trading back and forth, that kind of thing, and they're just keeping that price cycling around the same average point. ZOM was kind of doing the same thing back in January before it started picking up a little bit. And so this is a good sign for long-term holders, as it's got a lot of institutional backing going forward. As we zoom out on over a 1-month chart, where this goes back to the beginning of February, you can see that it's had quite a fluctuation of price. It was down here around that 0.64 range at one point and dipped under. It was under quite a bit. As interest has been going, it's been blowing up. It's up to, the high was like 1.76. But something to keep in mind is that this was overbought like crazy. As you can see the RSI down here, it was over that 70-80 range, which usually signifies that it's overbought. And it's kind of in that range right now, where it was going back to neutral, and now it's potentially dipping to being the oversold range. So that's something to keep in mind. as you watch the stock over time. It does appear to have a support coming in and consolidation around that 1.2, 1.21 range, and it's got a stronger support around that 1.1 range. I don't see it dipping too far below 1.1 anytime soon. I think if they do a share offering, it would probably dip around that 1.1 to 1 range for their price. I don't think it would go much lower than that, but I'm going to look forward to continue consolidating around 1.2 before I make any crazy decisions with investing in the stock. Unless news comes, since it has steady support, I do see it dropping a bit more, which is what I'm going to be looking for, and why I said you should just start with a smaller position and try to average down. But the company isn't going anywhere due to the nature of the company, and it does have a lot of assets to be able to do their shipping process that they are known to be doing as a company, and with them doubling that, it's going to be a good sign for the company in the future for profitability. Just keep in mind that you should expect there to be some bumps, and it's probably going to go up and down a lot, as this is a very volatile stock at this point until it does have more significant support over time. And that's going to do it for me today, guys. I really appreciate you guys checking out the channel over the past couple of weeks. It's absolutely insane for the support you've been doing. We're up to almost 300 subscribers now with less than 2 weeks of the channel being live. You guys went wild on this CCIV merger potentially coming Tuesday. So if you're interested in that, make sure you check that out, and I'll have it linked at the end of the video as well. I just want to thank you guys for your support, and I'm going to be looking to do a couple more videos by the end of today to get them out to you tonight and tomorrow morning. So I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.